y'all, Taylor by Debbie here. Today I'm going to show you how to make an adorable tree shelf sitter. What we're going to be using today is this greenery string, for better lack of word of what to call this, from Hobby Lobby, some wood stars from Dollar Tree, some buffalo plaid beads that I ordered off Amazon, and some of the wood sticks that you can buy at the Dollar Tree. I'm going to take the thinnest one and just cut the end off of one of these using my diagonal cutters. Okay, so that's how we got this little piece. We'll go ahead and get started. I'm going to cut the tag and the jute off this greenery, and it comes with, let's see, I gotta find the end right here. It's just wrapped around. It's got a wire in it, and it's thinner than the greenery pipe cleaner type things that you can get at the Dollar Tree. Okay, so we're just gonna take this, and what I'm gonna do initially is I'm just going to shape it into the shape of a Christmas tree just by winding back and forth inside of this little house shape that I got at the Dollar Tree. We're just going to twist these back and forth to make the shape of our tree. Okay, and I don't want it to be too high because it's got to fit into our little base that we have here. Okay, so we're just going to do that, and then we're going to trim off the end. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take these beads and just string them onto this greenery, y'all. Okay, let's go ahead and straighten this back out. And you're just going to pull those beads. Once you get it started, it's much easier. I'm going to go ahead and pull it all the way to the top. We'll shape this from the top down now. Okay, I want that bead to be sticking right below the star. And then we're going to go a little bit to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and put on another bead. We're just going to place these beads on our garland. I'm calling it garland, but it's really just a greenery tie. And what I want to do is spread them apart. And when you spread them apart, you want to scoot them over to get all the little sprigs to kind of stick up. Pull that back down here where I want it. In between the beads, you want the greenery. That's going to be the top of our tree. And then we're going to come back this way with a couple of beads. And each row, I'm going to add an extra bead. And the beads are going to just sit in the middle of each other as we go down and build our tree. So to finish it off, I'm just going to fold this greenery piece under back here. I'm going to trim that off. Now we're going to take some hot glue. We're going to glue the stem on first. And for the stem, I just took my diagonal cutters and opened them up, put it however long I wanted my stem to be. And it helps if you use a, thinner stick with these diagonal cutters. You're just going to crimp down on that side, turn it, crimp down on that side, and it will cut it. So then you have a little stem that you can use for the trunk of our tree. I'm just going to take this, put some hot glue on the back, and a little dot on the bottom. And we're going to center this in the middle of the bottom of our little wood frame right here. Now we've got the stem of our tree, and we're going to attach the base of our tree next. Just going to take some dots of hot glue. We're going to glue it on the back of these beads. Got to work fast here because this hot glue will set up quickly. Now we're going to turn it over and lay it down where we want it to be. Just tap that down. There's that now. We're going to take one of these wood stars that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I want to paint it. I'm going to use Apple Barrel King's Gold, and I like to use parchment paper to paint on. And now I like to work just out of the cap. I'm going to paint this. It's easy peasy, y'all. I want to leave the edges, that wood, when they cut these little stars out with their laser cutter, it makes the edges of the wood kind of look burnt or stained. And I like the way that looks, so I'm just going to leave it that way. While that is drying, I would like to go ahead and take this little berry pick that I have. And what I want to do, let's move our little star over here, let it dry. I want to take these little berry sprigs and I'm going to cut them off. Don't need that bottom leaf. I just need like 3. So I'm going to cut some of these off of this little sprig. And what I'd like to do is insert them down in the top of the tree just to kind of give a little bit of impact behind our star. Have some little berry sprigs sticking up, and I'm just dry fitting it first to see how they look. Just going to add a little bit more texture, a little bit more interest. You can use whatever greenery, picks that you have. If you use picks to make wreaths and different things, save your little scraps because they come in handy for something like this. Let's see. Just kind of stick them in like that. So now I'm going to go ahead and hot glue. I'm going to do the middle one first. Just going to put a little bit of glue here on the tip. And then we're going to stick it down in the center of that bead. And I'm not worried about glue right here because our little star will be covering that up. Just stick it down in. If you can get it into the bead, the hole of the bead, that'll help it hold more securely. But it's kind of tight, and the greenery pick kind of gets a little bit weak when you bend it and put the hot glue on it. So let's see how we can get this in here, y'all. I'm just going to lay it right on top, actually. And that one's got a little bit too short of a stem, so I'm going to cut another one. Let's see, this one looks good. Put this one right over here. I like the little white berries at the top. And I like the contrast with the greenery. The texture of the greenery is a little different than our evergreen tree that we have here. Wanting to keep it kind of neutral. There we go. Now we've got our berries on there. And our star is dry, so what I want to do now is find where I want to place this, and I believe I want to place it just right here. So I'm going to put some glue right here on the back of my star, and then a little bit going up the center. So that'll grab hold of that greenery that we just glued in there. We might need to take this greenery and press it up against the star on the bottom. Just tack it down, just like so. Okay. Get a few little glue strings out of there. But y'all, that's it. That's all there is to this. And look how adorable this turned out. I hope y'all will give this a try. If you do, please tag me in a photo so I can see how yours comes out. Thank you so much for watching. If you love this craft, please leave me a comment down below and let me know. And also tell me what other types of things you would like to see me create a DIY tutorial for over here on my YouTube channel. Thanks again for watching, and y'all have a blessed day.